to you.
Scenes of pomp and circumstance are unfolding in the United Kingdom as the country celebrates the legacy of the late Queen and prepares for the new king.
Just moments ago, in fact, the Queen's oak coffin has now completed its journey. It happened at Balmoral Estate all the way to the palace of Holyrood House. Ktla Dt.'s Lauren Lister live for us outside of Windsor Castle this morning with everything we need to know. Lauren.
Yeah, Mark and Alina, I have some new reaction at this hour from President Biden, who spoke about the Queen just a short time ago at a 9/11 commemoration. Take a listen.
I remember a message sent to the American people from Queen Elizabeth. It was on September 11. Her ambassador read a prayer of service at St. Thomas Church in New York, where she poignantly reminded us, quote, "Grief is the price we pay for love."
So speaking there at a remembrance for the victims of 9/11, 21 years from the day when that happened, that horrible tragedy, that terror attack. Now, let's take a look at what's been going on here in processing the Queen's death in the UK. So her coffin has completed a 6-hour journey in Scotland, where it went 175 miles around the country from Balmoral Castle, where she passed away a few days ago. That's her Scottish country residence, to Edinburgh, to the official royal residence there. And along the way, it was a procession that allowed people there to pay tribute as she traveled, the coffin traveling by hearse. And people could actually see inside the hearse her coffin inside there, and many did line the streets. And now, following this, now that she is there in Edinburgh, there will be a period where she lies in state, allowing the public to come view that coffin before the coffin is moved to London, and her coffin will lie in state in London as well ahead of her funeral. Now, people are paying tribute in the London area as well, in Windsor, where I am. We actually just spoke to a couple of children who had made signs and brought flowers for the Queen, and they were telling us, along with another school teacher today, that the children really just got refreshed all about the Queen, because they all received a book about her to correspond with the recent Jubilee commemorating her 70 years as monarch. Listen to what was in that book.
It was like a children's book. It had like cartoon pictures of the Queen, and it was stating when she first got crowns and all the different things she's done for the community.
I was surprised. I didn't realise that she would pass away that recently, or yeah, I was very upset.
He tied himself.
And another one of the royal residences, and somewhere where she spent a lot of time, and it's on these grounds where ultimately she'll be laid to rest after the funeral. Now, let's take a live look before we go at Buckingham Palace, another place where we've seen large crowds turn out to pay tribute to the Queen. We've seen people gathering there since her death was announced a few days ago, and those crowds have just stayed very steady, with people turning out. And King Charles actually met many of them a few days ago when he came to Buckingham Palace. Now, back out here live, since we were talking about 9/11 and when we had President Biden reflecting on the Queen's message there's also a story that has been revisited on the anniversary of 9/11 about something that the Queen did that broke with centuries-old tradition. She had the American national anthem played during the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace following 9/11, and according to the Guardian newspaper at the time, 3,000 people turned out there, hundreds of them Americans, to listen to the Star-Spangled Banner at a very difficult time, obviously, for the U.S. after that horrific terror attack. And again, the playing of that national anthem was a break with tradition, centuries-old tradition made by the Queen. Alina, Mark, I'll send it back to you.
It's fascinating. Thank you, Lauren. And KTLA will have continuing coverage of the death of the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, coming up in the next few days as the UK prepares for her burial.
Okay, so it has been 3 years since a nurse in Canada decided to leave her job and create a new life for herself. She turned that decision into a $15 million business as a career coach.
And she says the secret to creating wealth is harnessing the power of manifestation. And now she's going to help us learn how to do the same.
At least try, right?
At least try. We have with us, joining us this morning, is success coach and author Kathleen Cameron. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thanks for being with us. Okay, so you talk about manifestation. What does that have to actually do with money?
Oh, it's so interesting. Money is one of the things that you can manifest. So most people think that they want money, but what they actually want is what the money will give them. So the manifestation might actually be more happiness, more time and financial freedom. It might be that you want more vacations and more time spent with your family. So money can be a good focus for a manifestation, which gives you what you're actually looking for.
So you say manifestation has to be done correctly, though. So what does that mean?
Well, the manifestation is always on. So we are all always manifesting. It's not something that you just start to do. It's something you start to understand. And so most people are just manifesting the same thing. So that's what I mean by incorrectly, is that you are just thinking about your life today, what you don't like about it, and you just keep creating that. But manifestation is becoming a version of you that's already there, that then creates a different experience in your life. So manifestation is about who you are and how you see yourself.
So it's almost like dressing for the job you want instead of the job you have.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you want
So-
a pay raise, yeah.
Yeah. So what do we wear to make more money? Because
Totally.
we have to have more
Yeah.
tips here. What do we do to get that money? I'm manifesting right now. So what else?
So